The Nightside Project. Finish the day happy with Ethan Millard and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
Hi there, I am Taylor Powers with KSL News Radio here at Sundance Film Festival at the Music Lounge. And we are here with some of the directors and owner of a guide dog for the blind for the film documentary Pick of the Litter. Why don't you guys, tell us a little bit about the film, how it was inspired, and, how it kind of came to be this amazing project.
Sure. My name's Janet Nachman. I'm one of the directors with Don Hardy of Pick of the Litter, and it's about a litter of puppies that we followed from the day they were born to if they made the cut to become guide dogs for the blind. Janet was one of the characters and people in our film because she received one of our dogs, who is here, Poppet. So that's what our film is about.
And how did it become something that you guys wanted to produce and show the world, and kind of what was the inspiration behind it?
Well, we'd known about the great work that Guide Dogs for the Blind does for many years because in our previous role, before we made documentaries, we were journalists for NBC. And we'd done some short stories on them, and we'd always thought they'd be a great organization to profile in a documentary, and that led us on this path to make the film.
And if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about the trainer of the dogs and what her process is and how it was creating this documentary with the cast and dealing with these, 5 very similar looking puppies that, 20 months in the making, and what the process was.
Yeah, there's a lot of training, as you can imagine, that goes into these dogs. There's 3 tiers of it, really. Their first 2 months when they are at Guide Dogs for the Blind, where they're socialized, where people just come to pet them and socialize them in all sorts of ways. Then they go out to puppy raisers' homes for 12 to 14 months, where they're taught all the basics of training, and then they go for the real Magilla, the formal training, which is 8 to 10 weeks, and that's where they start getting cut because they might not be cut out for it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of training that goes into that day in, day out. They walk miles in all different situations, and yeah.
So what percentage, if you had to estimate, of the dogs that go through this training make it to become guide dogs?
That's a tough
35%.
one. Yeah, I'd say it.
Yeah.
And it's just the dog's personality or the way that it, how does that kind of work
some
to
of
decide?
some of them become guide dogs, obviously. But some of them also become breeders, where they breed other guide dogs. So that's the creme de la creme of the dogs also go to that. And so, I think it's for their personalities and how well they learn. They kind of choose that path.
Yeah.
Sometimes they become, if they're not cut out to be guide dogs for the blind, they go to other organizations because they are such amazing dogs. They go to Dogs for Diabetics and other service dog occupations. And then some of them are just really great pets. So I think they seem to choose what they want to do.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Poppet, Janet?
Oh, Poppet's great. Poppet is my 4th guide dog. I've really been blessed with, 4 guide dogs from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and she is different than the other 3. They're all different. They're all different personalities. She's a very joyful little dog, and I've always wanted joyful little dogs, and I did have a trainer that said, be careful what you ask for because we're going to give it to you. And they did. They gave me a joyful little dog, and I'm just thrilled. I had to retire my last guide dog because she was attacked by unleashed dogs. So it was just traumatic, and then, she couldn't work anymore. So I went back and I got Poppet. And Poppet is a fast little walker, and I'm one of those people who like to walk fast. She, acclimated to my environment really well, to my job, to my home, to my neighborhood. And it was a joy working with her. And, I spent 2 weeks at the school with her. Even though they're trained, you have to retrain the person that's getting them or train the person that's never had one before. So it's a 2-week program that it's a cross between boot camp and a spa.
A good way to put it.
Yeah.
And so the premiere of Pick the Litter was last night. How was it? How was it received?
Oh,
that was great.
Wasn't it?
Amazing. There were lots of tears of joy and
yes.
Lots of applause.
Lots of cheering when dogs made it, and oohs and ahs when they didn't make it, and it was an awesome crowd.
And all the dogs were there, all 5?
No, just Poppet.
Oh, just Poppet.
From our litter, but plenty of other guide dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There were
about 15, 16
at
other
least,
guide
right?
dogs.
Yeah, there were so
puppy
many dogs.
raisers,
So for the film is all about these guide dogs for the blind, and if the audience that's seen it, if they are interested in either getting involved with training or getting a dog for themselves or someone they know, what would be the process that they would go through?
Well, they could first go to the website, guidedogs.com. There's a wealth of information. Actually, I still go to guidedogs.com to get information myself. There's a lot of material there, so they could start there.
And there's a lot of volunteer opportunities there because they need a lot of people to socialize these dogs and bring them into the home so that they get ready to go to people like Janet.
Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And they have a lot of volunteers in Utah, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There it is. You can volunteer. Yes. All right. Any last words for your potential audience on, why they should really see this film?
Sure. Well, first, our second screening is coming up on Tuesday, so we can.
Oh, great! Yes.
Yeah, there's still tickets
12:45.
available. 12:45. We're part of the Sundance Film Festival, so it's at Treasure Mountain Inn. 12:45 on Tuesday. We'll still have some dogs there. It'll be a great screening.
And meet Poppet.
Yeah.
And I think this is a movie. Anybody who loves dogs is going to love this movie, but it's more than a dog movie as well. It's really about people coming together to help other people in a very fun and touching way.
Yeah, definitely. And these dogs work so hard to take care of.
They do, and they're actually, I've had a guide dog that saved me from being hit by a car, so they do their job.
Yeah.
So, that was a little scary, but my dog did that 3 dogs back.
Well, this is definitely a movie that you guys are going to all want to see. So you heard it here. The next showing is Tuesday, 12:45 at Treasure Mountain Inn for the Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here and taking this interview and letting us meet Poppet. And
Thank you.
back to
Thanks very much.
Thank you.